Well, hello there, Apple Bites. This is your Apple Bite, Rafael Tavares, talking to you straight from our show, The Written Writ, where you and I and you take a journey together to become better writers. Speaking of writers, my friend I messed that up. My friend Myra Loy, I know her as Star because I met her on a vampire role-playing game called Vampire the Masquerade. But more on that later. Exactly. So me and Myra were talking about role-playing, and we were discussing the fact that role-playing has helped our lives. Yes. So we decided to do like a crossover type of thing. She'll write about the role playing, I'll do a show about the role playing, and booyah! Stuff happens. Well, there you go. Well, anyway, if you want to check it out, it's Myra Loy Writes on our website, thebittenappletv.com. Oh, no, sorry, thebittenapple.tv. There you go. Bittenapple.tv. Bittenapple.tv. How can I forget something like that? Or is it just that well, anyway. So we were discussing, we were saying, hey, role-playing has helped us out, has helped our lives, has helped our writing. And, look, I love her opening statement here. You can check it out at Myra Loy Writes. Yeah, Myra Loy Writes. And she says, over the years, I've heard and read many stories about how bad role-playing is for people. I've heard everything from how kids are turning into mindless zombies to stories about kids killing other kids over events that occurred during role-playing games, to accusations about role-playing games completely taking over people's lives, and even stories about people claiming that role-playing games are a form of Satanism. Most of these accusations are usually made by people who have never played role-playing games. I have to totally agree with her. And I agree with her next statement that yes, role-playing games can be addictive. Of course, Myra is a fantastic writer. Go check her out. And that's just her opening statement to this. I totally agree with her. Sometimes role-playing gets a bad review. But usually it's from people who've never role-played in their lives. They just follow what other people are telling them. Sound familiar? Just like those people who go on the internet and go, hey, look what I read. Now I know everything about booyah. Or whatever it is they're trying to learn everything about. Yes, people, do your research. Just because the internet tells you something doesn't mean it's true. Or somebody tells you something doesn't mean it's true. Always do your research. That's one of the major things about being a writer. You research, you learn, you go out there. If you're going to write about something, you make sure you know what it's about. I digress. Role-playing. Now, of course, I have always been a big fantasy kid, person, thing. Well, you know. I started off with stuff like Lord of the Rings. Great way to start off. And it really made my hunger for all things fantasy to take over. And then, of course, you know, I'm a big video game guy, so I have to have some kind of video game. And, of course, Zelda popped up, and I was playing my nice action role-playing game, and I was like, I love this. This is my nice action role-playing game. And I know some of you think, well, it's an action role-playing game. It's not really a role-playing game. Well, you know what? I like it. You don't like it? Well, tough noogies. Of course, I moved on to Final Fantasy, which is a turn-based role-playing game where I go, you go, I go, you go, you go, I go, I go, you go. Well, you understand. You know, it's like a fight where I punch, and the other person punches. I punch, and the other person punches. Man, wouldn't fighting be more interesting that way? I kind of hurt a little more, but hey, at least it'll be fair. Anyway, so I moved on to Final Fantasy. Of course, the one I like the most is Final Fantasy 3 here in America, or Final Fantasy 6 in Japan. I know you guys out there going, Final Fantasy 6, we love Final Fantasy 7. Hey, Final Fantasy 7 was an okay game. Not gonna knock it. Didn't like it as much as you guys did. Really didn't like that ending. Not at all. it wasn't that well put together, at least in my opinion. I really love 6 because 6 had a great epic story. It was beautiful, and I would love to see a remake of 6 done in 3D graphics. I definitely would. So if you guys out there are listening, do 6, redo 6, alright? I know you redid 7 recently, and I'll probably go buy it and check it out, but redo 6, okay? Got it? Good. Well, that's where I moved into, was my role-playing on video games. I didn't really get into Dungeons and Dragons, which is my next experience with role-playing, until I was in my early to mid-20s. Yes, I joined a ragtag group of people who like to play role-playing games. Everything from Dungeons and Dragons to Vampire the Masquerade to a couple other ones. Usually called tabletop games because you sit together on a table playing the game. Now, some people like a more statistical version of Dungeons and Dragons. I like a more role-playing version of Dungeons and Dragons, where you actually get to sit down, create your character, act out your character with a group of fellow people. And there's nothing wrong with the game. I just like to role-play a little more. And role-playing helped me out because you create your character. You write them out. You figure out what it is that you want, and you create them. You go, oh, my character's name is Duralius. He's a mage. And, you fill it out. You create. You become the writer. And that's what helped me. And especially if I was having some kind of writer's block at the moment, I would go to the role-playing game, and here I am working with this character, acting out this character, and that would help me write it. It also helps that our dungeon master, which is the head of the game, the guy who does the story, he would like us to write in the journal. So we used to write in the journal, and that was another way of getting the writing juices flowing. Harry loved us to write in the journals, and that's what we did. Oh, look, I'll show you. Here's a little piece. This was one of my journal entries. I guess I wrote it down in this little pad first before I wrote it down into the main journal. It was my character Duralius, I think it was Duralius, it was Rafe or something like that, was having issues with, it should be Duralius, having bad dreams about what was going on. And this is what he wrote. Silence. Silence surrounds me. It's in my ears, nose, mouth. It drowns me. Darkness. Darkness engulfs me. Where has the light gone? Dreams of children attached to dolls. Dolls that come to life and try to kill me. Dreams of uncle dying little by little, being eaten by a book. Emptiness. Where has my life, my family gone? Visions of a sister, a father, a mother, as they fade from my sight. Crumbling of a dream as a school crumbles into dust. Turmoil as all around those close to me to fight each other. Anger as loved one is replaced by something dark. Before me, 4 little children, all playing, smiling, friends. 2 boys, 2 girls. It changes, both boys fighting each other and a friendship gone. One girl a sister that the boy desires. The other a vision of beauty that fills my eyes. Before me, my beloved, our love finally showing. But then she is gone, vanished from mine eyes. My heart weeps as the darkness and silence overcomes. Before me, beautiful fields, the sun shining bright. Maybe I should rest. I feel weary. Yet there feels like there's things that must be done. Something pulls me back to the silence, the darkness. As you can see, nice little journal entry, very poetic. It gets you to be creative. You want to write in the mind of the character, in the frame of thought that the character's in, and it gets you writing. It's an amazing thing, role playing, and I really enjoyed it. And it was a social experiment. I know you guys are going, how can it be social? It's Dungeons and Dragons, but you're hanging out with people, with friends, and you're talking, you're discussing, you're going back and forth, you're creating characters. You're probably having a drink or two, maybe enjoying a pizza while you role play the game. It's a good thing. It's actually helps you out. And of course, it helps your acting ability because you're role playing. I know some of those places or some of the games don't actually get you to role play, but some, I really like the aspect of actually getting into the character, becoming the character, doing things as the character, acting them out, And of course, each role playing game, especially Dungeons and Dragons, especially with Harry and the guys, you know, it's a blast, and you have these little memories of game moments that happen, like a certain thief paying 30 gold for like what is it what am I saying, battling hook. It's not oh no, now I'm saying Gatling hook. What, look at that. I'm losing it. Yes. Oh my god, the brain. Wee. A grappling hook. There you go. Playing 30 gold pieces for a grappling hook. Really? Felonious? oh, did I say the name? Oh, sorry. Wilson Feliciano. Oh, that just came out. 30 gold pieces for grappling hook. Wilson Feliciano. Well, there you go. Yeah, when you see the moments like that, you're probably going like, "What the hell? What's so funny about that?" But it's just a moment that happens, and it's a fun moment. And I have to admit that it's helped me out considerably in my writing. It's helped me out with my creativity. It's helped me out with everything, especially when I became a dungeon master. And you're writing this world that these characters are supposed to be in. You can't just be lazy. You need to cover every bit and pieces, especially since you're gonna have these people role playing in your world. And sometimes the role playing doesn't go the way you want it to go. These characters or the people playing the characters will do something that you probably haven't even planned for, which keeps you thinking on your feet, keeps you being creative, keeps you having fun. Yeah. So I really I enjoyed role playing. I enjoyed Dungeons and Dragons. And I see that I've been talking for a while here, and I think we're going to have a part 2 to this. So tune in to next week, or whenever, or soon. Tune in soon, where we'll have part 2 of role-playing. Ha ha ha. While you're at it, why don't you go and comment downstairs there, over there, down there, and let us know if we're doing good, we're doing bad, what's going on. What do you think about role-playing? Is it for you, or do you think it's stupid? You can tell me, you can let us know. As you can see, I've gotten some good writing from my role-playing. Have you guys gotten some good writings from your role-playing? Let me know. Put it down there. Put it down there in the freaking comment box, and we will check it out. We will share it. We will discuss things. If anything, you guys can go and find me at dranix.tumblr.com, where I have a plethora, see what I did there? A plethora of things that I've written and I've put up. That's all. I put up a poem recently that actually you guys can check out. Hey, go ahead, go out there and check it out. Well, before you do that, hold on, wait, stop. There, you see that button down there that says subscribe? See that button down there that says subscribe? Well, there you go. You should subscribe. And if anything, check out a previous episode. See what I do, see what I've done, see what I like, see what's going on. Hey, you never know. And if you subscribe, they'll let you know when the next episode's coming out. So, this is Rafael Tavares, your Apple Bite, signing off from The Written Writ. But tune in soon for part 2 of role-playing. Ever notice that they do that creepy thing in the 80s where they just stop laughing and sit there?